Hi, Maria Watkins here from the Music Business Made Easy. Today we're going to look at copyright infringement. Now I'm only going to be looking at it from a musical perspective only. So what is copyright infringement? Copyright infringement is the use of someone else's work without their permission. Every single song or work that's created comes with 6 exclusive rights: the right to reproduce, the right to distribute, the right to create a derivative work, the right to publicly perform that work, the right to publicly display that work, and the digital public performance of that work. If you use any of those exclusive rights without permission, copyright infringement can occur. Here are a couple of examples. Someone has already recorded a work and released that work. You decide to take a sample from the work and make it a part of a work you're creating, but you never got the license or the permission to do so. That's infringement. In other words, it's called theft. Another well-known term in the music industry, piracy. Taking someone else's work, making copies, distributing it, and selling it, that constitutes copyright infringement. Even using a part of a work without permission is wrong. Downloading songs without paying for it, or saying you are using work under the fair use law, but then you turn around and violate even that. Example, let's say you take a work and you make copies because you're doing an educational symposium. There's no fee for the symposium, but then you turn around and sell the copies of the work. You just infringed on the copyright. Some people have been concerned about chord progressions and beats and different elements that make up a song. Well, the copyright law does not protect ideas, but it protects the expression of those ideas. There are millions of songs that have similar chord progressions, but what about the rhythmic expression, the prosody between the lyrics and the melody and the rhythm? There are so many elements that make up a particular song. So to be infringed upon, the case would have to be proven as substantially similar. To infringe does not necessarily mean it has to be identical. People take elements of songs and when you hear it, you say, oh my goodness, that sounds exactly like so-and-so. If when creating your work, you realize it sounds similar to another song, take the opportunity to go back and rethink that, because you may have a battle on your hand. If you don't, and it goes to court, and it's proven that there's enough evidence to show infringement, you'll have to prove many things, such as how did you write your song? How did you come up with it? Did you have access to the alleged song that you've breached? Were you subconsciously inspired by the song and didn't realize it? Were you hearing the song subconsciously in your mind from having heard it from years ago or last week and you didn't know you were writing something you already heard? There's a lot that goes into it. But then there's a part of you sometimes too, that when you are working on your music, you know it sounds like this or it sounds like that. So then you go back and you tweak it and you make it to where it may have similar progressions, but you know you're not taking from someone else. A subscriber asked the question, can a guitar riff infringe? Riffs are not copyrightable, but this can be very, very tricky. If you choose to re-record a riff that you heard in someone else's work, depending on many factors, although technically legal, and they decide to take you to court over using an element from their work, you are subject to the adjudicators and those hearing that case. Some rhythmic and melodic elements are so pronounced in some works that you know the song as soon as you hear it, and I don't care what you do, they're going to hear that song. Stay away from that. Although the copyright law is written to protect intellectual property, we're grateful for that. However, it's also written to encourage the expression of new works, and a lot of new works and ideas come from ideas that have already been. So don't be overly cautious concerning whether this arpeggio or whether this lick or whether this element will cause you to infringe. When you're creating your original work, you know in your heart that you're writing and that you're not trying to take from someone else. But if you are, and you're trying to be sneaky to see what you can get away with, hoping no one will notice, why go through all of that trouble? Just get the license. If you desire to create a new work or song from an already established song, that's called a derivative work. Get the license and record away. Then you're free to be creative without all of the guilt complex and looking over your shoulder wondering, are you going to get caught or get in trouble? I hope this has helped to clear up any matters that you may have had concerning these issues. And I need you to let me know right now in the comments below if this has been helpful for you. If so, don't forget to hit the subscribe and the like button. That encourages me. So I want you to take care now and have a great day.